Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon reading in Aquarius on the 19th of August. There is a theme here of emotional freedom that is felt perhaps in your domestic environment, your home, in your family, related to your roots in some way. So this is an experience of liberation in this particular area of your life that will be felt most keenly by those of you with Scorpio rising. However, this is a general reading for all Scorpio placements. If you're interested in a personal reading, the information for that is in the description box below. I am very grateful to be here. I'm happy to be here. And I really, truly appreciate your presence here. Most essential thing to the work that I do. So let's look at your overall energy, Scorpio, for this full moon, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is describing a lot of options that feel available to you, almost in a way that can be overwhelming or confusing. Perhaps something, an area of your creativity or a way that you're collaborating with others to create something collectively is connecting other people to you in a way that wants them to include you. And that in and of itself can be a little overwhelming. You are aware that many of the offers are not equal, they're not all beneficial, they're not all the same, they're not even all things that you want. However, you can see many of the things offered to you are things you might have wanted at one time. Ultimately, you're aware that these offers, that these options can be distracting you from the path that you're on. You're very clear about your talent, your skills, your gifts that you are working on developing at this time, finding a greater and more comprehensive expression of. And you may feel as though there is a lot pulling at you, taking you away from that exercise. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity and the way others see you, the Star card. And this can explain why others are so drawn to you. You have a vision. Your vision is extremely hopeful in whatever setting you're in. This is really about the space you occupy in some community, in an organization, in even your own family. But this is a way that you are out in the world representing some new ideas, a positive vision, a way in which you act as an agent of implementing this vision. This is through work that your collective is doing, your community is doing. You are aware that you're not doing this alone, but you have a unique ability to represent this idea, to speak to this idea. You may be sought after as a speaker, as someone who can articulate this particular vision, project, or creative act. In the first house, the Hermit card. This is describing this ability to know when it is time to go within and verify your own answers, to look within yourself for the questions or the direction that is most productive for you. The beauty of the Hermit card is that you are able to tap into that place where you have a direct access to your teachers, those you respect, those who see you, who are aligned with your purpose, who understand you, to bolster and support the direction you're going in. However, it is this ability to act upon your ideas, to express yourself righteously, clearly, with authority, that is at the actual activation of this work that you've been doing within, so that what you're learning, you're sharing with others. That is, in a traditional deck, the Hermit is on a single foot, indicating that he must take a step down from the mountain. And that is precisely the directive of this card, activating the answers that you have come to through sharing this knowledge with others. And the fourth house is the house of your foundation, your family, roots, your history. The Chariot card is another beautiful card of you moving towards your goals, you uh, being clear that no matter what appears to distract you, what appears to get in your way, you are not deterred. You're able to focus exactly on where you want to go. And this is, in part, a real acceptance of who you are. It's interesting to compare the sevens because the message is essentially the same. However, the Chariot has the benefit of the two sphinxes, the two horses, the two vehicles of dual energy that are being controlled through the force of will, not through any physical manipulation, and in a way is similar to the options that are distracting you in the world that might temporarily feel good, but ultimately are moving you away from the direction of your path. Here, you are eyes wide open. You are in full acceptance of who you are, your uniqueness. You're not trying to be like other people. You're simply appreciating the qualities you bring that make your gift, your contribution to the team, to the world unique to you. Only you can give what you have to offer. In the seventh house of your significant others, here is the collaboration. This is the active, practical, manifested team that you are working with or through in order to build something beautiful. There is a strong creative and artistic bent to this card, in my view, in the way that architecture, um, even engineering is beautiful, is harmonious. There's a desire among your collaborators, among those that you are aligned with, to exchange your talents in a way that helps you to build something of excellence, something of value to a multiplicity of others. If this reading is resonating with you so far, Scorpio, please like this video, share this with others, comment if you feel so moved. I love reading your thoughts, but ultimately I'd like it if you subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, as that supports me in being able to do what I do. And I pull the card Worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And I'm sensing that for many of you, you have so many balls spinning in the air. That's the sense I get. Perhaps the Seven of Cups is nudging me in that direction, that there is a lot of anxiety about getting things right, about doing things correctly, about being a team player. Because your vision is so strong, you don't want to muscle anybody through the power of your ideas. And I pulled the Magpie Shrike, which I haven't pulled in a long time. The key word is priorities. True peace is found in spiritual fulfillment. Get in tune with your divine self to reach your fullest potential. And this is indicating to me a way that you are dealing with this sense of anxiety. I get this great nervous energy from many of you. And again, it does feel like it has to do with being so close to feeling that you can express a greater potential that you have lived with for a long time. You're so close to the realization of a vision, of a task, of a creation, that you can find solace in stillness, in creating that space around you where you can meditate on your own thoughts, be with your own truth. The Hermit in the first house is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles in the second house and the Tower in the third house. Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful card of independence. This is actually verifying that you are financially, economically independent, which is a great source of power for you. It allows you to continue to cultivate your garden, which includes taking care of the things that you value, um, making sure that things are your resources are available to you, that you can reinvest in those resources so that they are useful and sustain you. But it's also about the sense that you are a whole person, comfortable, satisfied in your ability to generate abundance on a level that you value. The Tower here in the third house is really about this idea that things have not worked out according to a plan you had. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's not working out in a way that you may be finding a lot of joy and opportunity in, but it isn't going the way you thought. Some expression, some communication that you thought was pointing you in one direction is actually coming back to you, presenting you with a different opportunity than you had planned on. This is interesting because you, I believe, have been underestimating your personal power to some extent. I don't sense that you are deferring to others, but you are in a place of deference as a sign of respect. And some experience may be coming back, being reflected back to you as presenting an opportunity that you had never imagined. This is a chance for you to steer something that may be going in one direction, or rescuing something that is falling apart or collapsing by intervening in a personal way, moving things in a way that allows you to make your stamp, your vision more available through this opportunity, so that you can step in a way that you didn't think you can because something is falling apart here. The Chariot in the fourth house is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles in the fifth house and the Lovers in the sixth house. You're planning something. I see you as part of this creative collaboration with peers, also as part of your enjoyment of the work that you're doing. You are creating a proposal, you're outlining a perspective on an opportunity that you see available. You're taking your time. You're pulling within, you're standing still so that you can take a proper survey of the lay of the land, perhaps vis-a-vis a dramatic change of resources or personnel that are available to you, collaborators who are expressing themselves, stepping up in a surprising way, coming up with ideas that you had never considered before. You're integrating that all into a plan of what you would like to have happen, how you would like to build this better mouse. Um, and the Lovers is indicating that you understand through all of your options that ultimately you are going to choose you, meaning that you understand those things surprising, unexpected, disruptive, even as they may appear, that may be indeed aligned with the direction that you're moving. Something that does fit into an unexpected opportunity to activate your vision, to articulate your dream, to be in an unexpected place or with an unexpected opportunity to talk about this vision that you may share collectively with a group of people. Any decision you make now, particularly as it pertains to working with others, is about essentially being aligned, and others being aligned with you, with your values, with your hopeful vision of possibilities that are relevant to all people. The Three of Pentacles in the seventh house is clarified by the Ten of Cups in the eighth house and the Queen of Swords in the ninth house. I hope you can see that. The Ten of Cups is, in many ways, it is about this incredibly embracing, uh, surrounding community that is encircling your efforts, your connections, that is a safe place for you to be vulnerable, which is indeed the source of your very creativity. It's the fount of the inspiration for what it is you're expressing, what it is you do. The Queen of Swords is indicating that you're able to take this expression, this free flow of ideas, of words, of pictures, of effort, and you're able to dispassionately not only critique that, build that, edit it, groom that, but to publish it in a way that makes it relevant to others. This can even be the picture of a beautiful uh, critique circle. For those of you that are creative, that are building something, it can be something entirely related to the business world, the engineering world, things that we don't associate with creativity. But whatever it is, there is a community that warmly accepts, hears, listens to, feels, responds to your work, what it is you're building, and then allows you to bring that work back and edit it, to groom it, to rewrite it, to publish it for um, industrial standards, to make it palatable for a broad audience. You may be doing something like that for others, in a position to edit a magazine, a zine, an anthology, or um, an exhibition of painting. I'm coming up with examples of this creative process, but even if you are a scientist, the same process would adhere to your uh, coming up with something, testing it out, getting peer review, and then moving to publish your findings in a way that can be palatable or absorbed by a larger community. It's so much about the creative process that is integral to whatever it is you're doing, and that adheres to any field of activity. The process is not unlike that. The Star card in the 10th house is clarified by the Eight of Swords in the 11th house and the Two of Cups in the 12th house. So, yes, here we have the worry, the anxiety, the overthinking, overanalysis. And that can be, in some ways, a function of the role that you play among a group of creators or collaborators. You may be in a position to uh, give feedback, to summarize uh, uh, the a critique of something that is presented to you by other members of the group, or being responsible for the direction that you are pointing a creation or an accomplishment or an achievement of the group, finding a market for that. And steering that, taking in the data and information about a variety of outlets and having to sort through that, something that requires an intensive level of thought and discernment, can be wearing upon you, can be worrying you, can be making you anxious. However, there is this place that you come back to, And that is this deep connection that is facilitated by meditation, by being within your own stillness, that helps you connect with your talents, with your gifts, and with your deservedness and worthiness of pursuing that, of knowing that you actually are capable of making the deepest connections with the efforts that you are uh, stewarding on behalf of others or in collaboration with others, so that you are able to have faith. The connections you're making, the work you're doing actually brings your alignment with others together and helps you affect this vision in a way that could not be done without the alliance or the collaboration that is being reflected here. I hope this makes sense to you, Scorpio. This is such a powerful reading, as yours have tended to be. And I pulled Ajna, which I do know is the third eye chakra. I'm going to read from the guidebook here. Ajna, third eye chakra. You've been using your sixth sense recently, your intuitive powerhouse, the third eye, and it is guiding you in the right direction. Your third eye sees far beyond your two eyes and the limitations of your mind, which can only dream up what is known. Your intuition speaks to you in wisdom, in whispers, in visions, in feelings. Find the language of your third eye and continue to follow its hunches as you have been. The more you become aware of it, the easier this dialogue becomes. Your third eye is taking you on the very journey that your soul was put on this planet to fulfill. You came here to live, love, and learn. As long as you continue viewing the world from your third eye, you will surpass all limitations and find yourself limitless. Trust your intuition and keep moving forward. The path will continue to illuminate as you take the steps. Thank you, Scorpio, so much. Until next time, namaste.